Hi guys, good evening. My name is Heath Cushman and I've been a graphic designer for just about 20 years, but photography has never been anything that I've really specialized in. So what I'd like to discuss today is my artist, which is Ansel Adams. And I chose Ansel Adams because I love black and white photography, number one, and I love the contrast that he always has in a lot of his environmental shots. So for this particular shot, I wanted to do a black and white piece. I also like a lot of his nature shots where there are mountains and waterfalls and all sorts of stuff like that. But unfortunately, where I live in Florida, there aren't too many features like this. So I went ahead and found you either have a retention pond here, which you can kind of get some nice reflections off of, or you have some fountains. So for me, I went to one of our local fountains in a retention pond and used the actual fence as my tripod and took a whole bunch of shots. And as photography is new to me, I had to keep adjusting my ISOs and my speeds and everything else. And I finally came up with some pretty good shots. And for this one, I actually wanted to show where the origin of the water was, but I also wanted to show the actual droplets and the path that they actually took all the way back down into the water. So after many, many shots and lots of trial and error, finally got that done. Pulled them into Photoshop using a lot of raw editing and pulled the contrast, the highlights, and the shadows pretty far in order to make a lot more dramatic shot. And also at the final end piece of the editing process, I went ahead and adjusted a little bit of curves just to give it that extra punch. And what I learned from this specifically was that tripod is definitely a huge help, and that having some sort of extended release or remote release would have been really nice, because a lot of the shots I had to really be careful with getting a lot of camera shake in the photo. And the last thing I learned was how to edit the black and white photos in the style of Ansel Adams, because again, I really enjoy his artwork. So I learned a whole lot in this actual class. So thanks for joining me. Again, this is Heath Cushman, and we'll see you soon.